Okay, video 3. Now we're getting into, still here in Garden City. Give you a little bit of a tour. This place is so beautiful. It's like 26 degrees, so it's a little cold, but it is great. Video 3 is now, how do you know is your sales leader the right leader, and how quickly can you go in and make that decision? What are the metrics you should be paying attention to? So this is the individual responsible for sales. This could be an SDR team, it could be an account executive team, it could be running it all for you. So there's a few things that matter. One, you need to be conscious. It is completely reasonable to have between 10 and 25% of your sales force leave when they get a new leader. Why? Because some of them realize change did need to happen and this new change is not for them. Some of them are going to follow that other sales leader that you left, or that left. And some of them just aren't going to like the new person. So I kind of look for that threshold. I need to build in, if I'm bringing in a new sales leader, they're going to take over a team or an organization of about 30 people. I'm going to lose at least 3. I might lose as many as 8. And I need to just be okay with that because of the change that we're making. And so first off, be mindful of that. And if people are just talking poorly about them and you brought them in as the leader, you need to be supporting them. And so make sure you're doing that. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to go pay attention to is right off the bat, there needs to be an alignment on the sales and marketing magic number that sales leader is going to operate within. Then you need to work with them as to the freedom as to how they spend their budget in order to go in and hit their target. They may say, we need SDRs. And so let's go build that. They may say, hey, I'd like to give more money towards the marketing program. They may say, hey, I need more reps. I need to go in and build this team out further. But you should be meeting monthly to assess, are those assumptions working out? Are the people that they're hiring ramping properly? And this is for the first 18 months, not less than that. And you can go more, and that's fine, because you may get into the rhythm and really like how it is working together on that. But your sales and marketing magic number and alignment, that they are responsible not just for hitting quota, but hitting quota in a sustainable way. And that we're spending the right amount of money to go in and invest in that. Another thing that you should be looking into, what % of reps are hitting quota? If I were you, the model that I'd like to use is, do you have more than half of your sales organization hitting quota, and a quota that is roughly 4.8x OTE. And so if their OTE is 100 grand, they should have a quota of 480 grand. That's enough money to, assuming you're paying compensation reasonably in the other functions and go to market, that you can run an efficient organization. Less than that, you're going to really have to cut either in marketing or other areas like that. So do they have more than half of their team hitting quota? You want a culture that's winning. Are they generating enough pipeline in each of the 5 core areas? And so as a business, you need to strategically align what % of pipeline is coming from upsell, cross-sell, and customer success, SDR outbound, marketing, AE self-gen, as well as partnerships. Then in that monthly meeting, you need to be aligning on what progress are we going to make each month. You both need to agree. It can't be the sales leader just saying this is it and you kind of keeping your mouth shut. And it can't be you driving it down their throat and them just keeping their mouth shut and saying and doing. You both need to agree. If they're not hitting those metrics, what you're going to end up having is a very negative sales force. And then when you need to transition them out, you're going to end up losing a lot more than 10 to 25% because they're going to take a huge group with them. And they're going to blame you as you go down. So you need to keep really, really detailed, you as the founder or you as the VP of sales as you bring in a new sales leader for a product, whatever it might be, on each of those metrics. And what I would do in this is I would kind of use my rule of 3. So first time you repeat yourself, you're like, hey, we got to work on this. Last month, we didn't make the progress we agreed on. Take ownership that it was probably you for bad communication. Then 3 times in a row, if they're still not doing it after that, it's time to let them go because it's only going to get worse after that. So month 2, that they're not doing what they said they would do, dig in and say, what do I need to do to help you as the founder? You're the lead of sales, or you're the new sales leader if you're a VP of sales. And how can I help you? And what are you going to go do? Month 3, we've talked about this now 3 months in a row. You said you were going to do your part. You didn't, but I did do my part. It happens again. It's time to go.